Hey everyone, welcome to Support Black Business TV, episode 88. And I'm your host, GI Operation, CEO of BlackFolkHotspots.com, which is a network for Black business owners where we've brought Black business owners, over 2,200 Black business owners to be exact, like 2,218 Black business owners as of right now. And we brought them into one site to where we can use our marketing and our advertising expertise to help them get more exposure for their businesses. And one of the ways that we do that is as they create the profile, which is free. What we do is we take that we've developed over the last 7 years, we've grown a network, an audience, for lack of better words, of upwards a little bit over 300,000 people, urban professionals, people who want to know what Black business owners are doing, people who want to support, and a few people who want to be nosy and see what it's all about. And what we do is we share what the Black business owners post on bfhsnetwork.com. We share what they post with our audience. So, and tonight's guest, who I'm thinking was possibly having some technical difficulties, we were chatting earlier. So we're going to go ahead and go on with the show, and then we'll just reschedule Calvin for next time. But one of the things that he had asked, and that he was looking to do was getting more distributors to see the vision of the company he's with and to jump on board. Now he's in I don't know if it's a network marketing company or a direct marketing company. I don't really know if it's much of a difference between the two, but he's with the company, and so what I'll do is I'll make this short and kind of general. One of the things that in order to get new distributors into your company, if you're in a network marketing business or the direct sales businesses, you have to define, number one, define your audience, right? That's the first thing you need to do. Who would use our products and services? And that's what I've just found over the years that works really well. Who uses these products and services, right? So if it's weight loss, right? Who would be interested in weight loss? And you define it, whether that's women, whether that's men, and yeah, men and women both are interested in weight loss, for instance, right? I'm just going to use weight loss as something generic. But what I found that works very well for me is to now you have this big audience, because anybody can use weight loss, women, men, kids, from a 10-year-old, a 12-year-old to a 100-year-old, can lose weight, could be interested in weight loss. And so one of the things that you want to do, because now you have a vast audience, is you want to condense that down, and you want to focus on one set group of that subset, right? So you want to create a subset. So maybe you pick women, and I'm not just picking on you women, but because I can stand that you lose a few pounds myself. But you pick that, right? And you go, okay, I'm going to target women from the ages of 25 to 45. Now you've brought that bigger group of people down to something much smaller, right? And then you can go from there, and you can I'm trying to see, I sent them a couple of messages. And then once you go from there, you bring it down, and those are the people that you go after and you target, right? So say you're going to find women from 25 to 45 that are interested in weight loss, and there's so many these day and ages, and a lot of these uplines in these network marketing companies, they've been in the business for 20, 30 years, and they don't even understand how the internet works yet. Um, the biggest thing is to be duplicatable, because what you want to do is you want to recruit these people or whatever, and but you want to make it duplicatable so that they can also learn from you. A lot of these people are coming in, they've been in the market for millions of years. They can send out an email to everybody they worked with, and they can get people to buy into their system right away. But a newbie who doesn't have a big network, you can work on the same playing field as that person who can send out a email and contact 100, 200, 300,000 people right away. And one way to do that is you can use things like Twitter. You can use things like Facebook. You can use things like LinkedIn. You can use your own website or your blog. You can use things like that. And what you need to do is those are the type of things that you start to talk about. Just like that Field of Dreams movie, right? I think it was Kevin Costner, the baseball movie, where they kept saying, if you build it, they will come, right? I remember, and I'm gonna give you a short story about when I was in the mortgage industry. And they wanted us to make 100 phone calls a day, because apparently this 100 phone call number per day meant something, right? So we would make 100 cold calls. Well, not maybe cold, they were kind of warm leads or even hot leads. And I think they called them triggers, which means that these people had already submitted to a credit app for another company or whatever for a mortgage. So these people were in the market, or at least looking, right? So they wanted us to call these people. And what they wanted out of these 100 phone calls was for us to get 5 applications a day. So if you think about that, 5 applications a day times 5 days a week, that's 25 applications a month, times 4, that's 100 applications, 100 applications a month. And out of that 100 applications, the company was happy, very, very happy, if each LO, a loan officer, closed 5 loans, right? So we were fishing, right? That's basically what we were doing. And it's the same thing, and the same thing works. So what happens if you start writing about weight loss, right? You start writing about the different products. You start, the different products and services that your company has. If you start writing about these things in a blog, right? And get you a blog, you can get you a free one at Blogger or WordPress, or you could spend a few extra dollars and get you a domain name and attach it to it or whatever. And that's what you start doing. You start writing about weight loss. And I guarantee you, as you write, people will start to find those things through the search engines, Google, Yahoo, Bing. Those are the 3 majors, right? And you always want to have some contact information to how they can reach you, right? That's how you get new buyers. That's how you get, new customers, or that's how you get new recruits. And you let people know what you're looking for, and what you set up your blog post, and it doesn't have to be, a thesis, right? It can be a couple, it could be, a couple paragraphs, a few paragraphs, maybe 3 or 4, but just make sure they're well formed, where you have what you want to talk about, and the features and the benefits of the products and services. And then you have a link where people can contact you and get more information, right? Whether you send them to your company webpage, right? And they can contact you and get more information there. Or you send them to a lead capture page where you get the email address, their phone number, so you can follow with them later. Because once they do that, they're showing some interest. Now, to speed that process up is the internet now, right? It's the social networking, or social media, the Facebooks, the Twitter, the LinkedIn's, the Pinterest, the Instagrams. So one of the things that you do is, once you write that blog, you can now share it. Now you put it into front of people that's already in your network, already in your social networks, right? Now you're putting that same blog post. You also can post that, which is what we encourage business owners to do, is to post that on blackfolkhotspots.com, so that we can share with our 300,000 plus people. What we like to say is, our network plus your network, right, equals even a bigger network for you. So if you got 300,000 and we have 300,000, now that's up to 600,000 people who will see this information. Get it? It works. We've been doing this for 7 years. And how did we start? Because I was an internet marketer in my part time. And what I was going to say about the mortgage industry is one of the things that I did was back then it was MySpace. And I was using MySpace. They had a blogging platform, right? And I had friends on MySpace, probably about 1,500, 1,800 friends or whatever on MySpace. And what I would do is I would start blogging about the mortgage industry. I would start blogging about how to find a loan officer, how to pick a broker, what's the difference in APRs and different things that, how to find an appraiser, what appraisers are looking for, different things. And that would be shared with my network on MySpace. And what I found was over time, people would hit me up. They would inbox me and say, hey, I'm looking to refinance my house, or I'm looking to buy a home. Can you give me a call? Right? Here's my number. And what I would do is the next day when I get to work, I would go through these messages and I would call these people and I would get a mortgage application. Now, here's where the rubber hit the road. My branch manager got a phone call from my district manager or area manager, whatever he was. And he was like, hey, Ryan is not, he's not making his phone calls. We got these leads. We purchased these leads. He's not calling these people. So of course, and I knew I wasn't because I didn't have to call them anymore, because now you only cold call until you build your network. And because referrals are so much better when something becomes a cold lead to a warm lead to a hot lead, right? Now that these people have already liked and trusted me, and I'm gonna share some quick stats with you on blogging and how people view blogs. 81% of online readers trust bloggers. 61% make purchases based off of blogger recommendations. 63% of consumers are influenced to purchase by bloggers. 86% of influential people online are bloggers. Yet, most bloggers fail to get started. That's just one way, right? There's events. If you have a company, right? One of the things that I did when I was in the financial services industry is I would host seminars, right? Talking about retirement, getting out and have different topics like how to save for retirement, how to get out of debt, how do you know what your financial independence number is, and different things like that. Talk about life insurance and mortgages and different things. And what happened is I would set them up at the local libraries. And, in my neck of the woods, they didn't charge for that, right? Or maybe some libraries was $5 to rent a room for an hour or 2 hours. And that's what I would do. I would have my slides and I would set up my projector and this, that, and the other, and I would talk for about 30 minutes, introduce myself, and then I would talk for about, 15, 20, 30 minutes. And then after that, I would take questions. But when I was finished with my presentation, what I had is a piece of paper that I would pass out to all the guests. I didn't care if it was one person or 50 people. It didn't matter to me, right? And what it said on there was obviously name, address, phone number, email address, the things that, to get back in touch with people. And then it would ask, it would kind of critique me. And that's what I would tell them. This is a critique to make sure I can improve or, on something, or, just give me some feedback. And at the bottom of that, so it was a little survey, how well was this presentation? Was it easy to understand? This, that, and the other. And then at the bottom, it would say, are you interested in getting a financial needs analysis? Which is what I talked about doing that. And so in that, those people have they have 3 different answers: yes, no, or I don't know, or not at this time, right? And right under that, it would be a thing. Well, do you know anybody else who could use and benefit from this information that you learned today? Because that was the thing. I always taught something. So no matter if they ever did business with me, they were going to learn something or something where you're going to learn something, whether you did business or not. And I still hold this. My thing is, if I talk to you, I'm going to leave you with a nugget, just like this. You don't have to, if you're a black business owner and you're watching this, I would suggest and urge seriously that you create a profile at bfhsnetwork.com or Black Folk Hotspots. The way it works, Black Folk Hotspots leads us to BFHS Network, right? And BFHS Network, everyone can see. Black Folk Hotspots is just for business owners. It's all it is. It's just information where you can put in your information that just downloads into BFHS Network. So it's like a homepage or a main page or a lead page, or whatever you want to call it. But anyway, and so now when I would pick those up, it would say, yes, I want a financial needs analysis, right? Or no, or I don't need that, but here's a name and number for you that somebody that you know that do need it. So that's a lead. And I would also ask them if they were interested, you know, and I would talk a little bit about the opportunity too, right? To come work for me. And I would ask if they were interested in earning some extra money part-time. And even if they didn't, when we sat down the next day or whatever, I would go through these people. And if they wanted to financial needs analysis, I would set up the appointment. Then I would go out and see them. Bam, easy money, easy pickings, right? And during that time period and setting up that financial needs analysis, there was almost every time a person's had a shortfall between what they were saving to what they needed to save to reach their financial independence number, because every financial independence number is everybody's is different. You know, for instance, this person over here may have $50,000 already stacked away, putting $500 a month, but they want to retire at 45 and at 35. So they got 10 years. You got the same person who may want to retire at 60. So that number is going to be different. So say if that shortfall was $500 a month, they got two ways to look at it, and I will explain it to them. They can either go to their boss and they can ask for a $500 a month raise, so you know, so that they can meet their retirement, you know, goals and dreams, right? Or maybe they can come work for me and share the same information I was sharing. I'll teach them and train them, and we can make that. I can show them how to make that money on a monthly basis. And a lot of times it became even more than that. And so I would also get a client. Now, if they just wanted to solely come to work and maybe they didn't need a financial needs analysis, whatever, that's what they would mark. No, I don't need one, but I would definitely like to earn the extra money. Then I would call them up. I would set them up for an interview to talk to them about the business, right? But guess what happens? Everybody that joined me in business, we did a financial needs analysis. It was free. And I refused to bring anybody on board with me, right, that hadn't had a financial needs analysis done. Because how could you be telling other people about their finances and you don't even know what yours look like? And that works the same way in weight loss or whatever type of network marketing business, travel, whatever it may be that you're in. How are you going to sell this and you're not using it? That's like a person selling these natural hair products, but they don't use them themselves. Now, I understand if you're just a distributor, but if you're making them and you sell them, this is your business, then right off the bat, you need to, you know, hopefully you try, I hate this. Hopefully you try them yourself first, right? You got to know how it acts. You got to know your product in and out, and no better way but to try it. How could somebody sell some diet pills? And I mean, not trying to be funny if you're watching this and, you know, you're 300 pounds and 5'5". Now, you could be 300 pounds and 5'5" if you were 350 and 5 pounds, you know, 6 months or a year prior before you started on these pills. If you're not feeling any more energy, if you're not getting in this, how can you sell the product? So it works two different ways. And I'm going to tell you, for you network marketers watching this, there's a good book that I recommend. It's called The Greatest Networker in the World. It's a great book. You can find it on Amazon. I think you can click on the links in the description of this video below, and it'll lead you. I think I got that posted as one of my favorites. But that's how you get more people in your organization. Yes, it takes time. Don't fall for the upline trick of people telling you, oh, you know, this is easy. Because somebody, all that hype. No, I'm not good with hype. Show me action. But I know if I do certain things, and I took that from the mortgage company, if I do certain things in a certain way, right, it'll all equal out. And you got to do it consistently. So if you do, and that's the other thing. So if you're going to say that you're going to devote, 5 hours a week, if I'm your upline, I need your commitment to 5 hours a week, right? That's what I need. I need that. If I need it for the next, and I'm going to ask you, can you commit to this for the next 12 to 18 months? 5 hours. Because I'm going to hold you to that. We ain't going to be lollygagging and BSing around. We're going to hold you to that 5 hours, period. And that's what we're going to do. Now, if you come to me and say, hey, you know what? This 5 hours been working good. I want to go to 7 hours. I want to go to 10 hours. Then let's do it, because it's just going to help you make more money and help you get to where you want to get faster. But if 5 hours is all you got, 2 hours is all you got, that's what we're going to do. We're going to make phone calls. We're going to meet with clients. We're going to do this. We're going to do that, because that's how it works. You have to, I believe, you lead with the product. Some people like the opportunity, but, I just believe that people are more solid something when they know for sure, not just the paycheck, they know it works. I just believe that their passion comes from, that's how I am about, Black Folk Hotspots. I know Black Folk Hotspots works. Matter of fact, all 2,218 of those people would not be on Black Folk Hotspots if it didn't. Because the same things that I teach and the same things that I do for those businesses, the same way we got them, using social media. We started blogging. That's what we did. We blogged about different, places we would find that were Black owned and this, that, and the other. That's how we started. I don't do as much anymore because we have a team now, but that's how we started. People find us through the search engines. So I know it works. So what I say, if you're a Black business owner in your network, this is what you need to do. You can blog on Black Folk Hotspots if you don't have another place. You blog on Black Folk Hotspots, and we take that and we share with our audience. But you also should have your own blog. And so I don't care about the duplicate content. That stuff don't matter, because we're sharing this. We don't care if Google dings the content on Black Folk Hotspots because it's already in the site, because we're going to be sharing it with our 300,000 people across social media, with our LinkedIn, with our Twitter, with our Google Plus, with our Facebook, and other places. It's just going to happen. That's just the way it is. And that's what we've been doing for years and years and years. And while we're ranked in the top like 600,000 websites globally, out of like 300 something million websites, right? And top 100 some thousand in the United States. And we're focused solely on Black stuff. And we haven't even rolled out our national advertising campaign yet. That's just around the corner. We start rolling out billboards in major large cities and things like that I won't give away, because there's so many people that's trying to copy what we do. And it's fine. It's just like McDonald's. It's a lot of people. McDonald's may not make the best burger. Black Folk Hotspots may not have the best looking site, right? BFHS Network may not have the best looking site, but it's effective. It's effective and it works. And then what happens is people, they say, oh, I can do this and I can make it look snazzy, and then they realize how much work it actually is. It's great when you got 5 or 10 people. Yeah. Yeah. But when you got 2,200 people, and just say 10% of those people are posting daily or weekly or monthly, that's still 218,000 different pieces of content, right? So you just gotta, it's so many different things that that we do, and then so many different things that we know. But anyway, that's how you build your network marketing business. That's how you get more people. Let me get the words directly. That's how you get distributors to see the vision and to jump on board. You have to go find them, and then you can do some other things that we'll talk, that when I do consulting and any other, some other things to help you narrow that search down to even build your networks, right? To where you have people who are already in the business of liking what you do, because this is what they want to do. I got tons of other different things, but that's how you do that. That's how you that's how you get more distributors to see the vision and to jump on board. I say lead with the product. A quick story. I remember, guy introduced me to his guy in Herbalife, right? And what did I told his upline? I said, hey, I'm not afraid of this, but and yeah, I could use more energy and natural energy and this, that, and the other. And I told him, I said, but let me try these products first. Because if it doesn't work for me, then I'm not going to be passionate about telling other people about it. Because, I can make money doing anything. I can make money selling lighters. I can make money selling ink pens or, mice or thumb drives, cell phones or whatever, right? But if I don't have a passion in it, I'm not going to be doing it alone, right? I have a passion helping Black business owners grow. I have a passion seeing that Black business owner call me up and say he's got a referral. I got a passion for seeing Black business owners go from here. Maybe they may not be Black business owners. Maybe they're Black business professionals. Maybe they're insurance reps for State Farm, mortgage reps, real estate agents, right? Just yesterday, somebody hit me up from Raleigh, North Carolina. No, Charlotte, North Carolina. And she said she had some friends, some family members that were moving, gotten a job in close to my area. She asked me, did I know? And they were having problems finding a real estate agent, that worked in the area because, and then when he told me the area, I was like, yeah, I can see that. And she asked me, did I know any Black real estate agents? Absolutely. So I put a hit out there to a couple of real estate agents and said, hey, do you know this area? And out of the two that I hit up, one responded. And then she asked me what I was looking for. And I said, a real estate agent. That's why I said I'm looking for a real estate agent. But anyway, sometimes it's funny, but it's just, she don't, so all the time I get contacted because people know that I'm about Black business. I'm about helping those professionals, whether you're in car sales, mortgage sales, real estate sales, you're a barber, you petition, all those things are professional that a lot of people don't look quite at as a business owner, but in reality, you're in the business within a business, the network marketers. Yeah, I know your company may not be Black owned, State Farm or Walmart or McDonald's or this, that, and the other, but I guarantee you, McDonald's is going to take notice if you're the store manager and your number is trumping everybody's numbers in the area. They're going to be like, what are you doing differently? Right? You're getting support. That's what you're doing. People are coming to your store instead of going to this other store because they know. Like, for instance, I like shopping with Black-owned gas stations. And I know one in my area. And I try my damnedest to always go and get gas from that place, at least a couple times a month. And I probably fill up 5 times. So they get, it take my tank about $25 or so, especially with the gas price a little bit lower, but about $30 or so. So they can at least $60 out of my pocket a month easily. And somebody one day they said that, hey, since that guy bought it, that gas station stay busy. Why? Because we let everybody know it's a Black-owned gas station. So the one across the street is losing business to this one because it's like, wait a minute, those gas prices are really similar. I might as well go over here and support the man that looks like me because I know what he's going to do. He's going to get that money back to the community. He probably has a little Black boy. I'm on the board of directors of a Little League. He may have a young son that plays in that Little League. Or maybe, we might be looking for sponsors, or he might be able to help us out and doing some other things, or introducing us to other people. That's what we do. We need to recirculate those dollars because you know what? Until we start taking care of our communities, and Black business owners are the cornerstone of the communities, right? Most of us that have businesses in the community, we lay our heads close to where the sign on our front door is, right, of our business. We lay our heads somewhere close to it. We're not, coming to an area and opening up a business and living 3 states away. That's talking about small Black business. Now, once you start to grow, that's a different story. But I love to hear people say they got sales. I got an inbox the other day on Facebook. from a beautician that said, you know, thanks for the referral. That I just referred her one person, and that one person ended up bringing two people. Ended up introducing her to two other people. So she got 3 sales based off of one referral, and each one of those heads she did was like $100 something a pop. You know, so that's $300, and I want my 10%. No, I don't charge like, but that's what we do. So when you post your stuff, we get it out there and we put it into a rotation with your events and things like that. There's no other site. You got a lot of these groups on Facebook and a lot of these different sites, and all they do is tap, 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 tap. You know what? I'd rather just do it. I'd rather just do it. You know, when I look at our numbers, just yesterday, somebody tried to share with me some numbers. They tried to share with me some numbers on edge ranking and the way, you know, whatever, some things Facebook's algorithm was showing posts. And I said, look, I'm sure we can always be better, you know. And at that time, you know, even right now, we got 45, like 45,600 some odd people who like our page. As of right now, from 11/26/2015 to 2012/2, we got a total reach of 90,394, which is up from last week a little bit. And we got about 8,500 people engaged. That's about 18-19% engagement, but the average Facebook page has an engagement of 6 to 7%, possibly even lower than that. So you're trying to tell me, you know, I would love for people to post their numbers and tell me what they got. I know, you know, I don't worry about comments. I don't worry about likes. I know that people are looking at this stuff and they're clicking through to your Black businesses that are on BFHS Network, because that's everywhere we do. But anyway, that's it. If you got any questions, create a profile of Black Folk Hotspot so we can share your business. You're a Black business owner, Black professional, you do events, this, that, and the other, so that we can get it out there. And then also, when you sign up, we'll drop a link to actually tell you a little bit more about what we do, and to set up your own interview with us, so we can, which is what this is supposed to be, so we can, you know, get you on one of our episodes, or the next episode of Support Black Business TV. That's hashtag, by the way, SBB TV. You go back, it's 88 episodes with this one, and our Black Biz chats, and so we can let people know. This also goes to YouTube, so you can watch on YouTube, so you can share it, which is the way the internet works and the way social media works. A lot of liking and commenting and sharing, right? That's what it's all about. And clicking links, right? And then so we can help you grow your business and help you get more exposure, because that's one thing that we know. Every business needs more exposure. That's why you still see Walmart advertising, Best Buy, McDonald's. You know, that's why everybody knows who they are and where they're located. Even if you don't shop with them, you still know where they're at. Anyway, y'all, CEO, GI Operation, Black Folk Hotspots. I'm out. Peace. Create your profile, bfhsnetwork.com. Peace.